Well, I finally got it. I had a friend coming back from Europe and I said, please grab me a bottle of Mugler's Alien Man. It just came out. It's in this box and I'm going to tell you all about it, even though I just did a review from the lab sample. So please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. If you love watching fragrance reviews and enjoy learning about new fragrances, hearing from perfumers and participating in giveaways and still haven't subscribed to this channel, there's a subscribe button below. Please click that and also click the bell so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. And yes, a friend recently brought back a bottle of Mugler's Alien Man. So this fragrance has not launched here in the States yet. It's launched in Europe, and I don't know why. Well, I guess I can see why, because it's a bigger perfume market compared to the USA. That's why they would launch it there. Mugler did it with their women's fragrance Aura last year as well. And I recently did a review for Alien Man from the lab sample I was sent from Mugler, or Clarins Group, who is the parent company for Mugler. And from what I smelled, I really enjoyed it. That's why I had a friend pick up a bottle for me, because I actually wanted to own this fragrance because it's good. It's a good designer release. It's not awesome, but it's very, very decent and much better than some of the other, designer fragrances that are coming out from other designers that kind of are boring. Whereas here we have something a little unique and a little more original than other designers that are out there. So this is a 2018 launch, hopefully 2018 in the States. The rumor is towards the end of the year or early next year, so perhaps it'll be a 2019 launch, but it is already out, so we'll call it a 2018 launch. It's Eau De Toilette concentration, not Eau De Parfum. Mugler to this day has not made an Eau De Parfum fragrance of any of the men's fragrances, except for the L'Exceptions collection, which is their higher end private or exclusive collection of fragrances. They do have tons of Eau De Parfum concentration fragrances in the women's lineup though. This is considered a leather, woody, aromatic category for this fragrance. And this is coming out 13 years after the original Alien for Women was launched. Woman's Alien was launched in 2005, so this is 2018 for this. And notes here are Dill, Osmanthus, smoked beechwood, leather, cashmeran, and white amber. Again, these notes were not published on Mugler's website, and of course, USA Mugler doesn't even have this fragrance listed because it's not selling here yet. But I took the notes from various retailers online in Europe, so I'm hoping it's correct. But everybody knows that there's a dill note in here. And it's, I don't know if you are at all into cooking and food and herbs, and I really love herbs. That's why I know a little bit about them. Dill and licorice kind of have a similarity to them, although dill is used in pickling a lot or cooking fish and things like that, whereas anise or licorice is more of an herb in cooking, used in like baking, perhaps in cookies. And of course, there's also tea you can drink, anise or licorice tea, things like that. So that's one of the reasons why I like this one, because it had that licoricey vibe, the anisey vibe, anisette, things like that. I love drinking ouzo or pastis or things like that with that whole big licorice anise strong flavor. And that's what why this appeals to me. But I've been hearing from people, not from verbal, but I've been reading reports of people saying it smells like a salad, where I'm trying to figure out where that salad-like thing is coming from. I don't get salad from this at all. And perhaps it's some kind of a subconscious thing. People are reading dill and they're going, okay, it's like a green salad or something. But I don't know where that's coming from. That's my opinion about this, and I just wanted to get that out there and say, no, this does not smell like a salad, even though it has a dill note in it. But presentation, that's the box right there. I really like this, the way that they've done this. Look at the perforation or whatever the grooves they have here of Alien. It's the same on the sides here. They've got the name Alien all over it. And then on the bottom, of course, you've got, you know, basic generic things. On the back here, you have the bottle, the picture of the bottle. And you have the circle, the Mugler circle, where you can be part of it and they'll send you updates and things like that. I've got the box, I've got the bottle out, and I'm just going to open this up, and inside you'll see similar, the circle, Mugler circle thing. And of course inside it's dark. It's a dark box. There's nothing in there, obviously. But in that box there's also the little thing that comes. And talks about countries and the membership to participate in the circle, the Mugler circle plan. And if you join it, which I've done in the past, I haven't kept up with it, you get little things sent to you in the mail. Sometimes samples, sometimes little goodies and gifts. But every time I got something, it was more for women. So, I mean, it doesn't matter to me, but I'm just letting you know that sometimes it's more feminine fragrance related. But then you do get points too, so keep an eye out on those. Pricing for this, I paid about $100 for this from duty free. I think it was just under 100, and I gave my friend $100. There's the bottle right there. Oh, before I show you the bottle, I did notice on the side here, and I mentioned in the video that I did, the reviewing of this fragrance from the lab sample, that this is a refillable bottle, and as you can see, it does show you how you can refill this bottle. So that's a good thing. That's a really, really good thing. So there's the bottle right there. I kind of like this bottle. It's very futuristic, and it kind of almost looks like a spaceship, as you can see. And of course, I've mentioned this in the past, but Mugler, the designer, which is no longer designing designing clothing anymore, Thierry Mugler, was obsessed and inspired by science fiction and comic books. So a lot of their fragrances and artwork and ad work for all their fragrances are very futuristic and comic bookish. So I can see why this looks like a spaceship. I quite like this bottle. I don't know if I like the purple, as purple is not one of my favorite colors. And I graduated from a school and our color was purple also. And it was appropriate because it was around the time when Purple Rain was big from Prince, so it was kind of like all purple. But purple is not one of my favorite colors. It's a toss-up for me. But this is a very, very dark purple, but you can see the purpleness about it. I mean, I like this bottle. I like it. I hope it's sturdy, and it seems sturdy. It's glass. It's not the rubbery, what do you call it? The rubbery bottles they have now, where they have the rubber outside and you can take the rubber out and it's a bottle, but it doesn't look like it's a bottle because it's not really designed that way. But here, we've got a brand spanking new bottle for Mugler's Alien Man, which I like. Finally, something completely new. It's different. It's completely original. It doesn't look like the Amen or Mugler Pure Series fragrances at all, the bottles for those. And I like that about it. And something original, something completely original. As far as bottle goes, I'm not talking about scent because we haven't gotten to the scent yet. But I like that about it. I've been waiting for something completely new. If you don't count the Mugler Cologne, which is a completely different bottle, this is their only their other bottle besides all the Amen series of fragrances. So this is probably their second, because Mugler Cologne is a unisex fragrance to begin with. So this is only really their second men's designed bottle, unless I'm forgetting anything, but I don't remember anything else coming out that looks completely different than the entire Amen collection of fragrances, which is the Pure Malt and Pure Havane, including B-Man and Pure Shot and all those things. So there it is, there's the bottle. You've got the star on the back, as you can see, and that's the angel star for the woman's angel. So I don't know why they put that on there. Is it on this box? I don't see it on this box at all. So I don't know why they have a star there, but maybe it's just the logo of some kind. But it is on there, as you can see. And it's a great bottle. I really love this bottle. And to refill this, or to recharge it, is what they probably say. It's probably just the slips off. And when you get the recharge bottle, I think you put it on top and then it just fills it up. I think that's how it is, because there's no other way to do it here. I'm assuming that's how you do it, because they do sell the refill bottle where it's just a tube. And I thought it would just open up completely and you just pour it in there. But this one you actually have to just pop it on top. Kind of like filling up a cigarette lighter fluid, if that makes sense. I think that's how it is. So here's the fragrance. As I said, let's spray it. Okay. The sprayer is not my favorite sprayer. It's a big cloud. It doesn't point. It doesn't shoot direct. And I don't like that about it. I really do not. That is a definite negative for me, unfortunately. But that's just the bottle, the sprayer, and all that good stuff. It's not necessarily the scent. Because really, for me, grading a fragrance, which I don't really grade fragrances, I simply just talk about them. If I was to grade, I would only grade on the smell. The performance is all that kind of stuff comes afterwards, because if it doesn't smell good for me, I don't even want to wear the fragrance. So this does smell good to me. Does it smell great? Sort of. Does it smell awesome? No. Does it smell totally original? No. Does it smell different than other designer fragrances? Yes, it does. And I said this in the review from the lab sample. I like the fact that Mugler takes risks. They take risks with their notes. I'm happy that they didn't go along in that blue route of fragrances where everything is blue. Bleu de Chanel, Sauvage, Mr. Burberry, Dylan Blue, all those blue Ambroxan style of freshy fragrances. This is completely different. I don't see any designers doing any fragrances that are with a dill note. It gets people talking. That's what I like about Mugler. Because what the F, why would anybody put dill in the notes? I mean, I think it's also marketing. Are they really using dill in this fragrance? I mean, it's just, maybe it's just flat out licorice or anise. Or maybe it's star anise. I mean, to me, it does smell like licorice, and that's what I liked about it. And it is different than all those other designers releasing the same kind of fragrance over and over and over again. So I give them credit for that. And that's why I like Mugler, because it doesn't smell the same all the time. The other thing I want to say here, I forgot to mention here, but I mentioned in the video from the lab sample, this doesn't smell anything like the original Alien for Women. Alien for Women is all about jasmine. There's no jasmine here. This is all about dill, which to me is almost like licorice or anise. So if you're thinking you're going to get a jasmine type of a fragrance or jasmine bomb just with a masculine touch, that is not this. This is definitely not it. This is all about dill. It's a woody aromatic fragrance. It's woody, it's aromatic from all the herb notes, the dill, things like that. And it comes off very, very classy to me. I like that about it. But you have to like licorice. And I don't think a lot of people like licorice. I'm just a really big fan of licorice. I love that note. Hopefully I'll do a video about licorice in the future, because I absolutely love it. And that's why I like to drink ouzo and pastis and sambuca and things like that, because I just love the way it tastes. And it also has this beautiful aroma, beautiful smell. And one of the reasons why I like Lidge from Guerlain is because of that star anise note. It smells like it in that fragrance. I love that about it. And here it kind of does. But I find this to be very, very soft. It's a very, very soft fragrance. It doesn't have the hard edges. It does smell like designer, and there's something underlying here that I don't like about it. It has a metallic touch. I think the aromatic touches get a little too metallic, or combined with something comes off a bit metallic to me. And that part I don't like about it. I can pick it up here and there at the top, but as the fragrance is drying down, it becomes more metallic, which I don't like about it. Maybe it's the woody notes. I'm not sure, or I don't know what's causing that. But initial spray smells great. I love that about it. It does not smell like a salad at all, at all. To me, it's more like a sambuca. It's got like this sweetness to it. It's a licorice with a little sweetness to it, and that's what I find in sambuca. It's a sweeter version of like ouzo or pastis, where it doesn't have any sweetness. It's just anise and licorice with alcohol, whereas sambuca has some sweetness. This kind of has that about it, and I think the sweetness here is coming from the Osmanthus note, because Osmanthus is a fruity flower, which doesn't really smell like a flower. It smells like apricots. And the dill and the osmanthus together come off like they're fruity licorice, if that makes sense. But yeah, it does dry down to be a bit metallic, which I don't like. Sharp, that's another word to use. But overall, it's a pretty solid release. It's original. It's not like everything else. And that is why I had to buy this, because I wanted to be one of the first ones to get a bottle, because it's not here available in the States yet. It is a quite lovely scent. Not original, not groundbreaking, not wow, but a pleasant scent to have. When you want to wear something different, you don't want to wear that Bleu de Chanel or that Sauvage or that Dylan Blue or that Mr. Burberry or anything similar to those. You're tired of those. You want something a little more substance. That's what you'll pull, is Alien Man from Mugler. I'm glad they did this. I have a feeling they're going to do more men's fragrances. I hope this is a preview of what's to come from Mugler. I've been waiting for Eau de Parfum versions of their more popular fragrances. Like Pure Malt deserves an Eau de Parfum, Pure Havane deserves it, the original Amen deserves it. Those all deserve Parfum, the Eau de Parfum versions. So hopefully they'll do that. I'm hoping, because you know all the other designers are doing it, and I have not seen a single version of any Mugler's men's fragrances in Eau de Parfum concentration. Is it because men don't like Eau de Parfum, or they don't like the word perfume or parfum because they think it's associated with women's perfume? I don't know. But if Dior does it, if Chanel does it, Mugler should do it right, don't you think? Anyway, that's my thoughts on Alien. I'll do a full-on review again sometime in the near future. Now that I have this, I just wanted to show you the full presentation. That's the bottle again. I like this bottle. It does look like a spaceship. It does look very futuristic, and it kind of reminds me of the women's bottles, but it's more masculine. It's got hard edges to them. Anyway, there you go, my full-on review of the presentation and thoughts on this fragrance and why I like it and why you should give it a try. So anyway, if you have any questions or comments about Alien Man from Mugler, please let me know, please list below. Other than that, guys, have you tried Mugler's Alien Man yet? Are you curious to try it? Are you turned off by that dill note, or does that sound interesting to you? And again, once again, I'll say it again, it does not smell like a salad. It smells pleasant, it's aromatic, it's woody. It's just quite lovely. It's just original compared to other designer fragrances. So check it out if you get a chance. Order some samples or decants from friends if they're splitting or selling decants or something, for you to try it out and see if you will like it, and perhaps once it's launched you can get yourself a bottle if you liked it. Alright guys, please like this video, please share it, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.